Right then. Now, Pars is obviously causing a few problems in terms of uploading work. If, like me, when I've been trying to get pupils to upload work, it's they keep getting error messages, and it just seems the system can't cope with maybe it's just the volume of people trying to do this. So, uh, Google Classroom. Okay, so I've just Googled Google Classroom. And when I take you through this, I am not an expert at this. I have literally just been playing with this for probably about 10 minutes, no longer. Okay, so you just saw I just did a Google search for Google Classroom. I'm going to sign in there to Google Classroom. Okay, and I'm taking you through. Hopefully everything will work in the right way. I just signed out a minute ago because I wanted to just show you logging in. Okay, it's as easy as this. I'm just putting in my school email address. Okay, there we go. Oops. And let's go to next. And let's just type in my password there. Be useful if I actually remembered the correct password. Sorry, I was just managed to go and type in my old password there for some reason. Okay, so I come in. So yours would come up blank to start off with. I've already created a couple of classes with a couple of tasks here. So all I'm going to do, like I said, I may well hesitate here because, like I said, I've literally just had sort of about 10-15 minutes having a little play. I've already set up a couple of classes with a few tasks in there, and I've let pupils know. You can see, look, oh look, really pleased about that. I've actually got 7 students already kind of linked up in that particular class. Okay, so there's some year 12 students, so I'd hope that they would go and manage that. So, right, so we can see that there's our classes just there. I'm just going to go to settings for a minute just so you can just have a little look through about what's actually just going on. Okay, so let's go back to our classes. Right, so how do I go and create a new class? Okay, that's what I want to be able to do. So here we go. So we can see over here on the right hand side, create, join a class, right? Like any sort of bit of new sort of software, to be honest, you just got to have a play with it for a few minutes, okay? And you will probably find out stuff that I've not looked at yet. There's, I am only really scratching the surface. I just want to try and get people started, that's all. Okay, so I've got a year 9 class, so I'm just going to type in their code there. So they are 9B MA2. There you go. What are we? Right, just as easy as this. Right, it's quite an intelligent system. It's just like it's guessing. I'm going to put the room number. Seems sensible to put in there. I don't actually know what to put in section, so I don't know. We could put maths in again, I suppose. It doesn't really matter. You might get a better idea about what you want to go and put there. Okay, so I can create my class. There we go. How easy is this to do? Hopefully it will work now. See, that just seems to be taking a few moments. Maybe I should sing. Here we go. Right, that seems to have come up. Hoping. Don't know why this is still there. Okay, there we are. Right. So we've got our class. So things I'm going to want to be able to do with this class is, well, the first thing is there's not actually any students in the class at the moment. And you'll see just at the top here, the class code, and it's a little bit difficult to see there, but basically the student needs to have that piece of information. I will do a student point of view on this later, so you can so students will kind of get this, but actually I think most of them will be able to sort this out quite easily and get themselves assigned to the class. All they need to know is to go in, log in to Google Classroom. They would just use their school email and password to get started, and they would be away. And there's some other little bits I can look at here on settings. I've got a class open, and there we go. Look, so it's just brought up that information before. But the useful bit there is the class code, right? Remember, that's the bit. So, at some point I'm going to have to copy that, paste it into Insight. By the way, I'm still intending to go and still write all my homework on Insight, because that's what parents are used to, that's what pupils are used to. But this is where I want them to upload the work, right? That was a bit that it was finding difficult to cope with. Again, like myself, I was trying to avoid having like hundreds and hundreds of emails, and yesterday I had hundreds of emails from pupils, after they'd done their work, and and you spent most of the day just replying to them, saying, yeah, well done, thank you, brilliant. But obviously we want to have a far better way of doing that. Right, so let's go and put a task on. Okay, so I'm going to put a classwork. I just click this little bit at the top. All right, and so let's go and create a task here. Okay, there we go. I'm going to create, and you may well have lots of boxes just popping up with suggestions. They tend to come up again. There's lots of other things on there. It said about quiz assessment. I've not actually tried that yet. There might be something else that we can do just there. I'm just going to make something up here. There you go. Right. So test. I could try and be a little bit more original, couldn't I? And I'm going to put some instructions just down here. I'd like you to do this exercise. Okay. All right. What exercise, you might say? Well, okay. I can add a YouTube link. If like myself, I've actually been creating some YouTube recordings for pupils. Again, just trying to keep things as normal as possible, and then posting them for them. It just seems like a good idea. Again, we want pupils just to hear their teacher. I think that's a really useful thing. I know there's like tons of other stuff that you can give them to go and have a look at. It's probably better. It's probably far better than what I can do, but pupils will listen better, I think, if it is actually their teacher. Okay, so we could just go and you can go and post a link on there. It's dead easy to. You can have a look at it. Some of you will know about sort of Google Drive, etc. Might want to put a hyperlink in there, and I might want to go and put a file in there as well. If you do go and put a file in there, I'm just want to quickly show you this. I'm gonna select a file from my desktop. Oh dear me, load of rubbish just there. Let me just pick it. I just want to pick any old random PDF. You'll see some odd stuff up there. Here we go. Just this one here. Open this. There we go. Right. Okay. The reason I wanted to show you that is because you would need to upload that file if I choose to go and do it locally. Okay, I'll just upload it. Right, there you go. You can see I'm uploading it just there. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm not actually going to give an integration exercise to some year 9 pupils. I don't think that might be very fair for them to do. So my next step at this point, I would need to go and assign it. Don't forget as well, you want to put a due date in. So let's go and put a due date, and I don't know, just go and put a couple of days there. There we go. And I can go and sign it. You'll see when you get your feedback, again, you can just have a little play with this. You can award some marks. You can give comments. Student can comment as well. Okay, so there we go. So if I just go back to my classes, there we go. Look, I've now got 3 classes. All right, I might have to go back and have a little play with that particular task I've just given them to do. But you just need to go and experiment a little bit just there. And remember, my next task at this stage, which you should be okay with, and if you want any more instruction, just let us know. I can do another one of these if you want me to. Is I'm gonna have to, the settings button is just over here. Remember, it gives me the class code there. I'm getting a little bit old. I'm struggling to see that, to be honest with you. And if I come over here and class code here, look, I can copy that. Now I could go into Insight for their task, and I could say, your first homework could be to join this class. Okay, come and join the class, and then it could be as simple as that. Okay, so if you think you're ready, go and have a go. There is a lot more stuff on here. Like I said, I am only scratching the surface. Many of you will know far, far, far more than I do. But just be nice just to have a go, and let's share lots of really good ideas, and we're overcoming things as we go through. Okay, so cheerio, and be happy.